Really appreciate everybody coming. This is a fantastic turnout. I'm going to just go ahead and say I think it's probably some of the highest numbers we've ever had for a workshop like this, so really excited to have everybody here. My name is Jeff LeMay. I'm the treatment plant supervisor for the town of South Windsor, and I'm currently the president of Connecticut WIA. And again, really excited to have everybody here today. So welcome to the 2023 Fall Workshop. First, as always, I'm just going to go through all my thank yous now because I don't want to forget anybody or anything. If I do, I apologize. It's not because I don't care. It's just I get a little nervous up here, that's all. So anyway, thank you for all of our sponsors. You can see up here on the PowerPoint. And for all the vendors that are here as well, make sure that you visit the booths during the free time. Thank you for our membership and for all the members that are here today and even the non-members that are here today. We really appreciate it. CTWIA has been a great success so far. We can't do it without all of you, so really appreciate you all. Thank you to our audio-visual folks. I was having a panic attack because we weren't going to be able to use them initially today, and it turns out they have a lot more involvement here than we realized, so luckily they had an event canceled and they're able to be here today, so thank you very much. Thank you very much for NWIA and all the support we get from them, particularly for Mary Berry and Janice Morin. And we also have Deb Mahoney, who's the current NWIA vice president here today, and she's going to give us a NWIA update. So thank you for all of them. Thank you for Connecticut DEP. They've got a few different presentations here today. We always appreciate their presence and being available to us and all the support. And a very special thanks to Bridget Buckley of Greater New Haven and all the work she does in the background. Tom Segroy, even though he's not president anymore, had a lot to do with this event, and Larry Murphy as well. They've really have not been inactive at all and really doing a lot of work in the background. This is Tom's laptop, actually. Mine decided this morning after an hour of trying that it wasn't going to let me hook up to the internet, so Tom was here with his as a backup and got to scramble around a little bit, so thank you very much for that. And so just taking a quick look at the agenda. The update myself, I'm going to be calling Ben Levin, who's our current vice president, up here in just a few minutes. He's going to be giving the committee updates. We have our legislative update with Melissa Biggs. From 9:30 to 10:30, we have Connecticut DEP with Yvonne Hall, Carlos Esquera, and Stacy Papano. Then we have our coffee and cookie break, always great cookies and coffee. Deb Mahoney is then going to give a NWIA update, and we're going to finish with Beth Card, who's here. She's going to be talking a little bit about NACWA and PFAS and other utility challenges that we have, and just kind of giving a different perspective there. So we have another great lineup here, and don't forget to collect your 2.75 contact hours at the end of it. So with all that being said, I wrote a president's message for the handout that we gave for the workshop, and at first I was a little bit nervous about it. I didn't really know what to say, but then it kind of came to me, and I just kind of want to reiterate the message behind that, what I wrote. So we're going to be talking again today about our challenges, right? About weather resiliency and about PFAS and about biosolids and about legislation and about all the different challenges that we have. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I find myself worrying a lot about things that I can't control. And I find myself really consumed with all these things that are lurking in front of us. But I just want everybody to take a deep breath every now and then and just remember all the good that we're doing for the environment, all the good that we're doing for our communities, and just that we get to work with a bunch of great people. All the vendors that I see here today and the engineers, Connecticut DEP, our friends and colleagues. I've got a huge pool of people that I can reach out to when something isn't going right. So that's also really a blessing. So yes, we have a lot of tough things ahead of us, but don't get yourself so wrapped up in that you can't take a deep breath. Walk down to the river, wherever you discharge from, and look at how awesome it is and know that you're playing a huge role in that. We're playing a huge role in human health. and that we should really be proud of what we're doing every day. So again, I just don't want us to lose sight of that. Little pat on the back every now and then doesn't kill anybody. And again, remember there's a huge support system and a bunch of wonderful people. I can't tell you how many great people I've met in this field, and what a joy it is to go to work day in and day out. So just remember the good stuff, that's all. I'll try not to be too long-winded. Anyway, with that, I would just like to introduce Ben Levin. Ben's going to come up and give our committee updates. Ben is the current Connecticut WIA Vice President, and at the spring workshop, I'll be turning it over to him the way that Tom Segroy turned it over to me this past spring. Ben's a great guy. He's going to do a great job. And oh, I'm sorry, one more thing I wanted to do real quick. I do just want to recognize our board members. Rather than having everybody stand up individually, I'm just going to name everyone, and then if everybody's here, anybody can stand up and be recognized at that point. But we have Vice President Ben Levin, Treasurer Jane Lamort, we have Tom Segroy, Vanessa McPherson, Virgil Lloyd, Norb Church, Ray Barr, Megan Ambrose, Serdar Umar, Larry Murphy, and Deputy Treasurer Mary Berry. If you are all here, if you could stand and be recognized. Thank you all very much, and I'm going to turn it over to Ben. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for those introductory words. It's great to be here today and see everyone here. Just wanted to go through an update of the committees. We're proud of what the committees have been doing, and they've really made a lot of progress over the past year. So membership, engagement, and communications, the chair of that committee is Megan Ambrose. Really focused on getting more small communities involved. We've actually partnered between this committee and the Small Communities Committee to really improve that. Working on recruiting more college students, trying to get them in young and get them involved in the industry. We do have a lot of new swag. A lot of it is outside and is on the counter outside. You know, your kids may laugh at you, but it is perfectly cool to be wearing CT WIA clothes. So please wear that around the community. And really, long-term goals is to develop more membership incentives and promote more facility tours to get the public to see what's going on. The Scholarship and Awards Committee, the chair for that committee is Virgil Lloyd. Really, we've been focused on really improving the scholarship program, but it has done a lot over the years. Over the past 18 years, we have given out over 75 scholarships worth a total of $35,000. In this past spring, we got 20 applications, which is the most that we've ever gotten. We did give out 5 scholarships for $1,000 each, and we plan on doing that the same in 2024. Applications will open in the beginning of the year, and they usually are due around March. So if you have any high school seniors or know of any high school seniors that are interested in getting into the environmental industry, please have them apply. The committee is also working on an awards program. We don't currently have one, but we like to have one going forward. The committee is working on a draft program that they're going to submit to the board by the end of the year. And then we're going to open up nominations at the beginning of next year and be able to announce those awards at the spring workshop. Government Affairs, Melissa Biggs is here, is going to give an update on government affairs, but Jeff is the chair of that committee. Not a ton of activity for the committee since the legislative session ended, but still making sure that we're staying on top of what's going on in Hartford. There has been some talk on SB 916, which deals with limits on amounts that you can foreclose a property on, so there'll be some additional discussion on that. We definitely want to get more operators involved and make their voice heard in Hartford so that their concerns are well known. Operations Challenge Committee, it's chaired by Jason Nenninger and Ryan Harold. The team placed 11th out of 22 teams at Division III at WEFTEC this past October. So we should give them an ovation for the work that they did. They did a lot of hard work to be able to get to We are working on getting the website updated to include some pictures and some information about the hard work that they did over the past year. We are looking to form another team. There's definitely been a lot of interest, and we are working towards getting to that point. And that team would then compete at the NUIA spring meeting to be able to see if they can compete at WEFTEC next year. We are ramping up the amount of networking events that we're doing. There was a baseball outing at a Yard Goats game back in the summer, a great event. I think a lot of you guys that were here were at that event. We did have a really good time. And then we are partnering with CTAWWA to do a river cleanup. It's actually this coming Saturday. So if you're available, please attend, and that'd be a great way to help out the community. Small communities and collection systems. That's actually chaired by myself and Norb Church, focused on really communities that either only have on-site wastewater systems or collect and convey to another community. We really want to get them more involved in this organization. Historically, it's been, facilities that have centralized wastewater treatment, and sometimes the concerns of those communities aren't fully vetted. So we want them to be involved. We have participated in the Decentralized Sewage Code Advisory Committee, and also we just recently started to get do more coordination with the Rural Water and Wastewater Association. The Workshop, Training, and Expo Committee is chaired by Larry Murphy. We did have another successful spring event. This event hopefully is successful. It's looking good so far. And we're going to be reaching out to more municipalities to come up with some other events. We also do have the Managers Forum in December that we're looking forward to, and then we'll have another spring event next year. The Operators Committee is chaired by Ted Donahue. They've been really working on the operator exchange and making sure operators have the resources that they need. For this most recent operator exchange, Graydon Stewart from Farmington went to Rhode Island. Graydon, I think you're in the room. If you could stand up and... And then Evan O'Brien from South Kingstown, Rhode Island, came over to Connecticut. Evan, I think you're in the room. Evan, thank you very much. Welcome to Connecticut. The committee will be hosting plant tours. That's another goal, to just kind of get people out in the community, get other people to see what other plants are doing, get people from Hartford to be able to go. And then, like I said before, the Managers Forum is in December. And that's what we have for the committee updates. Jeff, you want